Hi everyone, and welcome to Rebecca's Place. I'm Rebecca, and normally I do crafts, but I decided to incorporate some baking and cooking. Have some recipes that I've been sharing with friends and family that have been very much enjoyed, and people have asked me to share those recipes, so I thought I would just walk you through the recipes. And what I'm going to do today is to make coffee cake, Rebecca's coffee cake, and I kind of combined different recipes by scouring the internet and YouTube and Pinterest, and I came up with a great recipe. And what I'm doing today is I'm doubling my recipe because I'm going to have one for here, and then I'm going to give one for a gift. So at the end, I will have all the ingredients for this for you. And what we're first going to do is we're going to have flour and baking powder and salt, and we're just going to whisk that together. And I already measured the things out so that I could save some time. So like I said, I had doubled it. So I'm just going to give you the basic recipe though. So 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour and half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to have 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay, mix all those together. And if you notice these dishes, I am absolutely crazy about the Pioneer Woman, and I've been building up a collection of her dishes, and I just love them. So I've got my dry ingredients for the base mixed together here. And then in another mixing bowl, we're going to have our wet ingredients, and we're just going to mix everything together, which is going to be, we're going to put in 1 egg. Again, just keep in mind that I am doubling everything. And the egg, you want to have that at room temperature. And then we're going to have 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. We're going to have a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I thought I had that out, sorry. So 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. For me, there's going to be 2 since I'm doubling. Okay, and then I'm also going to have 3/4 cup of milk. Again, not to keep repeating myself, I know I am, but mine's going to be doubled up. And this recipe is really, really easy to double. All right. And then 1 more, and then we're going to blend that up together. And I just recently got this little KitchenAid hand mixer and just absolutely love it. Now, forgive the noise, but I'm going to mix this up. And just enough to get it stirred up real good. good there. Okay, so I'm just gonna set that there for a second. And then we're going to start putting in the dry ingredients to this. All right, and then you're just going to mix in a little bit at a time. Okay. Then you won't have flour flying all over the place for one, and then it just gets really well blended. And if you don't have a hand mixer or a mixer for that matter, you can do this with the whisk. Okay, we're almost done mixing this already. Make sure we're getting everything off of the sides. So I'm just going to get that stirred in there. Okay. And then I'm going to put the last of this flour mixture in. Put that over here. Just want to make sure it's thoroughly mixed, but we just don't want to overdo it, okay? Just enough to get it blended up. Take my spatula and just make sure it's all mixed really well. The batter is looking beautiful. Just want to scrape everything off the edges here. Okay. Now this is going to go in a couple of pie pans. You can put it in a square 8x8 pan, pie pans. Like I said, I've got all these Pioneer Woman dishes and I love my pie pans and I couldn't wait to use them. Now I have already sprayed those pans, just again to save on time. Okay. Okay. Now I'm just going to go set this over at the sink. Now I just want to mix this up just a little better. Now what will happen is we're going to put half of this dough batter in the bottom of each pan, and then we're going to put our inner layer over top of that, which I'll show you here. So I'm just going to put half of this in the bottom of this. I just sprayed that with cooking spray. Okay. And we're going to get this spread out. And it's sliding around in there. Alright. Put a little more in there. And if you need to, you can use your hand to spread this out, which I may need to. Just get a little messy here. But now I'm going to be setting the other pie pan over here too, so that I can get the bottom first layer of it put down. Let's see. All right, it's looking nice. Now I'm just going to set this over here. Bring in the next one. Okay, whoops, I might need to wash my hands. Sorry. Need to get some of that dough off. Okay, so now I'm going to put some in the bottom again of this pan. All right, like I said, spread that out with the fingers, spatula, whatever, just to get it spread out there. Okay. Alright. So, almost there, guys. Sorry. Now, for the mixture that goes in the center, what I have done is I already mixed that up, and I have it in a bowl here. It's just 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon and 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and that's going to go right on top of this first layer. I'm just trying to get that out evenly. Okay. Get some of this dough rinsed off my fingers again, sorry. So, as you can see, I've got it covering the bottom there. Alright, and then I'm going to take, excuse this all over my fingers. I'm not the neatest of cooks. But again, this is the brown sugar and the cinnamon, and we're just going to put this all over. And it's going to be pretty thick, but it is so good. Alright. Okay. And then I'm going to put it over the other one as well. I already have the oven preheating. That's going to preheat at 350 degrees. Okay. And then I'll show you what this looks like with the brown sugar and cinnamon topping in just a second. Still making sure I get all this out. And you might hear our puppies in the background. We have two. We have one that is half German Shepherd and half Chesapeake Bay Retriever. And then we also have one that is a little baby. She is half Shih Tzu and half Poodle. So they call her a Shih Tzu. Okay. I'm going to have you see that. See how nice that looks? Now, we're going to put the rest of this batter here over top of that. And then we're going to have a crumble mix for the topping. So I'm just going to go ahead and spread this out as well. And this doesn't have to be neat, but I tell you what, it will taste absolutely delicious. I guarantee you that. I just want to make sure I'm getting every bit of it out here. Okay, a little bit more in here. All right, now I'm just going to spread this out, and sorry about the puppies. They get a little rambunctious. They are 5 days apart. We're at the 6-month mark with these two girls. On one of my videos, I'll have to have them show them to you. They're sitting in the morning room behind me, and Mitzi, our big girl especially, she loves to sit in the wicker chair in the sun. Sometimes little Chloe will climb up there and sit in the sun with her. Okay, so we're getting that second layer, the topping here, okay? And I'm going to rinse this dough off my fingers again. All right. And then I'll show you the topping. Almost there already, guys. Like I say, it's a pretty quick one. Okay. Now, for our topping crumble, it is 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. It is 1/3 cup of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/4 cup of unsalted butter that's already softened. So in this here, I have all the dry, melted the butter, and we're going to go ahead and pour that in. Okay, I'm going to pour that right in here and make sure to mix it up really good. And then this is going to be poured directly over the 2 cakes. You just want to make sure you get it mixed up really, really good. Okay. My husband is outside mowing also, so they're crying, wanting to be with him also. So you're going to hear them get a little rambunctious, and then when you hear the crying, that's them crying for Pappy. So I'll show you this here. See, it's getting mixed up really good. Girls, you need to settle down over there. Okay, then I'm just going to take this. Just have a little bit more flour in the bottom to mix up there, guys. Sorry. But once I get it all mixed up really, really good, then I'm just going to crumble it over top of these. And then we're going to put it in the oven, which, like I said, it's already preheating, and we are at 350 over there now. It's going to take anywhere from about 17 to 20, 21, 22 minutes. Just depends on your oven. All right, so now that is all mixed up really good. And then I'm just going to take this and then sprinkle this here over the top. And you're really going to taste that butter that's in it. It's just, oh my. It is so yummy. And this is a no-fail recipe, I guarantee you. Anybody can do this. So I'm gonna get this all mixed up here. And there's plenty here, so you'll be able to get both of these covered up. Like I said, I just like to double. I've even quadrupled the recipe. And what I do is I'll cut them in pieces and freeze them in the smaller containers. And then if I don't have donuts here, then I'll have the coffee cake for my husband. he loves to have some kind of sweet in the morning with his coffee. If he doesn't have a donut, I need to have something else sweet for him, and he loves this. I'm also, as soon as I can get to it, I'll show you guys how I made donuts, and I did those in my air fryer. Okay, this here is the last of it. Both of them are mixed up real pretty. I'm gonna rinse off my hands again, guys. And then I'll let you see it, and then I'll get them in the oven. Okay, so now, as you can see, and then if you can see the oven over there, it's already on 350. So I'm going to get these put in, and I need to move the one rack. I didn't catch that. So these are going to go on the middle rack in your oven. If you're doing a double like me, you can put them side by side. And now we just wait. Like I say, it's about 17 to 21 minutes. I will show you the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and sorry again for the puppies. They do get a bit rambunctious. And if you like this, let me know, and I will continue to try and make more videos. I've been doing a lot of meal prepping, both for suppers and for breakfast, and it's been great. There's all kinds of meals I can show you. I work nights, my husband works days, and basically when I'm getting up to get ready to shower and so forth for work, he's just getting in from work. So there really isn't any time for either of us to make something. So I've been doing the meal prepping for both, and it's just been an absolute blessing. We've been really enjoying it. So I can show you a lot of those meals as well. I'm going to sign off for now, and as soon as this is done, so it's 3:50, so like I said, it's going to be about 10 after 4, and it'll be finished. Thanks, guys, and I'll be back.